Into the Woods, a movie where Meryl Streep's a witch, Emily Blunt's a baker's wife, James Corden's actually funny, and a little girl is really, really, really annoying as she tries to avoid kind of really strange rapey wolf. Hey guys, I am Torchwood and you should know that or you are lost. Today I am reviewing the incredible Into the Woods film. I am going to give my positives first because I did say it was incredible and it is. Mostly. First off, we'll start off with the story. It's basically your normal fairy tale story but with all the fairy tales intertwined. We've got Red Riding Hood, we've got Jack and the Beanstalk, we've got, oh my god, Cinderella, we've got, you know, Rapunzel, but you've also got the baker's wife, the baker, who are completely new characters from the show and the play, the Broadway musical and everything. I've never had the chance to see any of those, so this is a brand new experience for me, so I don't know how it compares to the Broadway musical or anything like that, but it's still a fantastic film and I would guarantee you go and watch it. First off, we'll discuss Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep plays the witch. Brilliant, brilliant casting. Of course, it's Meryl Streep. She frigging owns it. She's amazing. Her voice is brilliant. Last Midnight, her performance of Last Midnight is incredible. So if you like any of the songs in the movie, you can get them on iTunes or on anything else that you can download because it is an incredible vocal performance she gives. Surprisingly, she's not my favourite character. My favourite character is actually Emily Blunt's character. Emily Blunt's character, who portrays the baker's wife. I wasn't sure that Blunt would be able to pull off, you know, sort of a loving baker's wife kind of persona. Like, I mean, she can pull off the badass battle hard of Live, Die, Repeat, or Day After Tomorrow, or not Day After Tomorrow, Edge of Tomorrow, or something like that. But I wasn't sure if she could pull off, you know, the sort of caring, loving, kind of, you know, wanting more baker's wife, but she absolutely steals it, and she steals the show from everyone, and it's just an incredible performance. I absolutely love her few songs. I particularly love her Moments in the Woods with Chris Pine. That was a brilliant sequence. And obviously, spoiler alert, spoilers, seriously, if you don't want any spoilers, don't watch the review from now on. Obviously the part where she dies, I didn't actually see that coming. I was like, oh my god, that's quite shocking, because I thought this is quite a happy tale, this is quite a nice fairy tale, and it kind of gradually turns darker and darker until it uplifts at the end again. And to see her come back, it was the part where I started to get a bit teared up when she was like, sometimes people leave you halfway through the woods. I'm not going to sing anymore, but that's like, and I was like, James Corden, coming on to James Corden, he played the part of the baker. What an absolutely superb job he did of it. I can understand why America's loving him with his new chat show. He's just such a great actor and presenter, and I wish him all the best. Obviously, it's such a good part, the baker, because he has to go through all these moral dilemmas, and he starts to really grow with the help of his wife as well. Unfortunately, he doesn't get to the end of the film with his wife, but he does get a brand new baby boy at the end. So yeah, a really good performance once again. Anna Kendrick as Cinderella, wow. I felt that she didn't have as many shining moments as the rest of the previous three I've mentioned, but she did get to own it, especially on the steps of the castle, which is a brilliant sequence, and her little sequence with Emily Blunt as well. Every time she meets Emily Blunt, then she runs away, and then Chris Pine shows up and he's like, where is her, what have you done? And Emily Blunt's like, oh. So Anna Kendrick really gave it away, and Chris Pine did an amazing job as well as the sort of charming. I think he has one line where he goes, I was raised to be charming, not sincere, and you're like, okay, that's pretty cool. Because it shows, you know, he's a bit of an adulterer, and obviously him and Emily Blunt have a moment in the wood. But unlike Pine, Blunt's character comes away thinking, you know, I've done this, but, you know, I won't forget it, but I'm not proud of it, and I'm going to move on. And it makes having the baker so much more for her. Unfortunately, then she falls off a cliff. But, it's such a great movie, and I love the way the relationships interconnect and everything. You know, you've got Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp's so underused. But you have got the two child actors who I don't actually know the names of, and I feel really bad for that, who played Little Red Riding Hood and Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk. They are both superb, and I'm sure they've both got quite bright futures ahead of them. So yeah, it was an excellent film. I would probably give it, out of 10, a 7. One of my few criticisms, one of them is the fact that Johnny Depp is so underused, unbelievably, but I do understand that his part of the Wolf does not have, as much depth in the Broadway play as well, so it's like, that was the role contained in that scene, and I get that. Another part, I felt that sometimes it got too cheesy and too goofy, like the stewardess and the wicked stepsisters, and sometimes Jack's mum as well, those sort of, sorry, the steward, not the stewardess. Where he knocks her down and she dies, and you're like, in the actual Broadway play, apparently he beats her to death, and you're like, sometimes you could have done with that a bit more of a darker storytelling to keep us engaged, especially in that final third act, because while the first 2/3 of the act, this is my final criticism, while my first 2/3 of the act are, 2/3 of the act are amazing, the final third I felt really dragged on, especially with the giant, and I know that's meant to be the best part of the Broadway, but for me it didn't work. And you had some amazing actors showing up in this film who only got like 2 lines and nothing else, so I was kind of disappointed by that. But I did love the ending with Emily Blunt coming back and then Meryl Streep singing "Children Will Listen," amazing, and I have got the soundtrack on my iPod. So yeah, it was an excellent film. Some bits that let me down, some bits that didn't. I will give it a 7.3 out of 10. I love you all. I hope you will join me for another movie review next Sunday, where we're reviewing, I'm not sure yet, but I've got a few films in mind. We might be doing an old review from ages ago where I review something. Thank you for watching very much, guys. I love you all. I will see you in the next video. Don't forget, tomorrow is Game of Thrones Season 5, Episode 9, and of course it's the episode 9th episode, so we're all going to be walking into it like this. Because everyone knows shit happens in the 9th episode. I love you all. It will be up sometime tomorrow, hopefully as early as possible. I can get it because I'm getting up early. I love you all. I will see you in the next video, and bye.